Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 11 of Shattered Image, and this one is titled Concern for Sero. Your heart sank initially and then started beating faster. Sero's been hit by a quirk. He needs help. I've got it contained for now. Get Sero to a doctor or something, or... you said, clicking into action. Iida, take him to Recovery Girl, quickly. Aizawa snapped, pulling off his scarf and quickly deploying it to wrap it around Hanny, who was still lying on the ground with a bloodied nose and grazes on her cheekbones. You looked back to see Iida helping Sero up, who was gradually growing weaker, and then the glasses-clad classmate threw him over his shoulder and quirked up, taking off at a ridiculous speed. Even your eyes shot open with surprise. Release her, Aizawa snapped at you, bringing your attention back to the current situation. What? You asked him, mildly distracted by Iida's speed as well as a little concern for Sero. Deactivate, Aizawa said again, sternly, his hair starting to levitate. You deactivated and Hanny's body jerked as she came back to her own consciousness. You could see that she was still breathing, but she hadn't opened her eyes, and you wondered if you'd kept her in your quirk hold for too long. Have I made her go insane? You wondered, half of you hoping that you had, half of you not. Tell me what happened, Aizawa said sternly, and you looked up at him. Her and I've been on the verge of fighting, you stated plainly. We've had a fight like almost 2 times now, you said, as you thought for a second. Yeah, 2. And Sero stopped both fights. This afternoon, when we were leaving the school, she jumped me, and I quirked her. Yes, I meant to do it, and yes, I punched her, you said. Aizawa pursed his lips. But, you added, I don't think she was actually aiming for me, because she hit Sero with her poisoned smoke quirk. He tried to save me when she jumped me. My punching her was honestly because she got him. The fight is between her and I. He has nothing to do with it, so she had no business hitting him with it. After you stopped speaking, you kept strong eye contact with your teacher, and he conceded. He could tell that your motives, this time, had been somewhat righteous. He sighed, and then he looked down at the still lifeless-looking Hanny. I recognise her, he said, jerking his head towards her. Yeah, that night that you caught me, she had been there too, but I wouldn't rat her out. I told you that it was only me, but she was there. I'm exposing her now because she's a snake, and also for what she did to Sero. She's lost my loyalty, you said. She's done a lot of thieving, you can take her in. Aizawa nodded and then jerked his head towards you. Are you okay? He asked. Yeah, you said, as you stood up and dusted yourself off. You can go home now. I'll take it from here, he said, as he walked over to Hanny and crouched down beside her. You nodded and looked over at your bag and Sero's on the ground, and then went over and picked them both up. Okay, I'll go and see if Sero's okay first, you half mumbled. Where did Iida take him? To Recovery Girl, inside the school grounds. Level 2, infirmary, he said, not looking at you as he checked Hanny over. You nodded and turned away, heading back into the school grounds and inside the building to go and find your 2 heroes. As you left, Aizawa glanced back at you. Looks like she's done a small amount of maturing already, he thought. Sero might just be the ticket here. You finally found the infirmary and gingerly knocked on the door. A dotty old lady answered and you looked down at her. Oh, I have Sero's bag here, you said, gesturing to it on your shoulder. Is he still here? You looked past her into the room, trying to see if you could see him or Iida, but curtains were drawn on one of the beds there, and you couldn't see anyone. Oh, yes, Sero's here, the lady said, and you nodded. Can I give him his bag? You asked. He's resting now, but yes, you can come in and leave it by his bed, she said, as she walked over to her desk and sat down at her chair there. You looked at her and then slowly walked to the curtains around the bed and reached out to shake them a little. Hey, you in there? You asked the curtains. Yin? Is that you? The voice of Iida asked from the other side. Yeah, I've got Sero's bag, you said. Oh, yes, thank you, Iida replied, and you heard him get up from the chair inside and come to the curtains. With one hand he drew it back and bowed politely to you. Thank you kindly, I'll take his bag, he said, and you looked past him to Sero, who was lying in the bed. He was fast asleep and your brows furrowed with concern for just a second. He's okay, right? You asked, looking from Sero to Iida. Iida looked back over his shoulder too when he saw that you had been looking at Sero, and he nodded. Oh yes, Recovery Girl used her quirk on him, and he will make a full recovery. He didn't take on too much of the poison, he said with another small bow. Okay, you said. If you would like me to take his bag, Iida said, gesturing with a hand out to you to pass it to him. Yeah, you said, as you slowly took it off and handed it to him. Thank you, he said with another short bow, and then turned to go back inside the curtains and sit down, but you reached out and held his shoulder. Oh, wait, you said, stopping him, your eyes glancing at Sero again. Iida could tell that you wanted to stay for just a bit to make sure Sero was really okay, and he understood, giving you a soft smile. Come in, please, he said, gesturing ahead of himself. Huh? I just... you said, as your legs mechanically moved you inside the curtains, and Iida quickly grabbed a chair for you and placed it beside the bed, and then gestured to it. Please, sit, he said. I'm okay, you said again, as you walked over and sat down. He's gonna be okay though, right? Yes, he will be fine, Iida promised as he sat back down as well, placing Sero's bag gently by the foot of the bed. How long will he be out for? You asked him. Only a few minutes, Iida said. Oh, okay. Oh wait, we live kinda in the same direction, you said. We've been walking to and from school together. Ah, yes, Iida said. I am aware. Hey, also, thanks for getting here quickly with your quirk. It's super good, you said to him. Oh, it is my pleasure, he said. I am a hero in training after all. You let out an amused huff from your nostrils and looked from him back to Sero. Yeah, you are, you said. Also, sorry about this morning. Oh, no apology necessary, he said as he pushed his glasses further up on his nose. I will concede I approached the topic with haste, and I chose rather strong words. Of that I do apologise for, but I see that there were probably now extenuating circumstances that prevented you from using the front gate, he added. The attack was unprovoked, from what Sero said. Yeah, well, today's attack was an ambush. I do know the chick. She used to be a friend of mine, you said with a sigh. You were not wanting to leave from the front gate lest this very thing happen? Iida asked. Well, no, I didn't want her to know that I go to UA, you said. It's a long story, but yeah, I wasn't expecting her to attack me. Well, actually, Sero. Aizawa has her now. I'll make sure she pays for what she did to him. Never mind me. Iida smiled. You have a hero's heart, he said. You couldn't help but let out a loud laugh. Oh, sorry. You serious? Yeah. Nah, man. I don't have a hero's heart, but as long as you're okay and Sero's okay, that's all I care about at this moment, you said. Very well, he added. Just then Sero stirred and rolled his head towards you, groggily opening an eye. Oh, hey, he said with a feeble smile once his blurry eyes had adjusted and he recognised you. Day friends. Stay tuned for chapter 12 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.